Just waiting for one or two persons to join, and we just gist, chats, and do some Saturday stuff. Yeah. Omolola, you're welcome. Good afternoon and happy weekend. I hope your weekend is going well. This afternoon, by the grace of God, I just come for us to chat. Like I said yesterday, I will be live today for us to talk about fear. And I was asking us yesterday that what are your fear? What are those things that you are afraid of? What are those things? Folashade, you're welcome. What are those? Oh, Folashade, hi. Long time. What are those things that you are afraid of? What are those things that you are scared of getting into? And as we are going to relate it to our marriage, relationship, about to, already into, and things that we are thinking of by the grace of God. What is fear? What do you understand by when someone say fear? As in you are afraid. This thing can happen. It can happen like this, can happen like this, good or good, something bad. And because of that, we are afraid of doing so many things because of fear. So many people will have gone beyond where their hearts did. So many people will have achieved more than they have achieved today. But because of fear, Chineye, you're welcome. Because of fear, like for instance, let's talk about when you want to do an investment. You want to, everything in life is risk. And you are afraid, let me not go and invest and miss, or you want to go on a journey, I don't know what is going to happen. You are afraid. You have not even embarked on that journey. You are already afraid. Let me not go and do this on the road. Let this not go and happen to me. You want to eat a particular food and you are afraid. Precious, welcome. You are afraid. If I eat this food now, let it come and run my stomach. Do you know that because of that fear you have, even if that food, Aderonke, you're welcome, even if that food has nothing to do with what is going to happen to you, or what you're going through at that particular time, because you already have fear, because you're already afraid of eating that food. If you eventually eat that food, peradventure, you now have running stomach. Your first suspect is that food. Why? Because you were afraid. And I want to link it to our relationship, our marriage, our spouse. Before you go into marriage, you already have this particular fear about this person. If I marry this person now, what if it doesn't work? If I do this now, if I enter this marriage now, what if it doesn't work? That if that you already have in your mind is what you will be nursing. Is what the devil will be nursing with you. So now you are afraid. I don't know what you are afraid of. I don't know what has been your fear. But now, that thing you have been afraid of, how far have you been able to, has that fear help you? How far have you gone? Has that fear make you to achieve anything? Has that fear help you in your relationship, in your marriage, in everything you're doing? There is this say, they will say the rich are getting richer, while the poor are getting poorer. You know why the rich are getting richer? Because they are not afraid of taking risk. They take risk, it doesn't work, they move. And the poor, we are holding on to the little we have. I don't blame the poor. And this one I have, what if you hook? How am I going to make it? So you're holding on to that little you have in your hand. Let's link it to a farmer. If a farmer does not invest from the one he has harvested, if you don't plant back the little from the one you have, how are you going to? Aderonke, I am fine, thank you for asking. How are you going to harvest again? But if you are afraid, if I plant this one back now, what am I going to eat now? You have to forget about now and think about future and think about tomorrow. So now I want to say, whatever is your fear in your marriage, maybe before now, outgrow it. Overcome it. Are you afraid of trusting your husband? Are you afraid of trusting your wife? Trust that person first and leave the rest for God. Allow that person to even disappoint you first. But don't even wait for that person to disappoint you, because if you are waiting, definitely that disappointment will come. But if you are not waiting, you just say, I trust this person, I trust this person. Forget about, don't doubt. It is fear that makes us to doubt ourselves. Ari, Anikemi, you're welcome. So whatever the fear that you have in your mind, in your marriage, in everything you're doing, keep fear aside. Like I said yesterday, in each day we have one fear not in the Holy Book. The Lord has assured us, the Lord has given us, say, fear not. And because the God has told us not to fear, then you should fear not. In your marriage, you are afraid, let my marriage not go and crash. No, you already have something you are nursing in your mind. Me, I've told myself, come what may, my marriage will work. It must work, and it's working. Why? Because I don't have plan B. And as a result of plan B, because of fear, most of us have plan B. And because there is plan B, you're working. Okay, if it doesn't work, I move. If it work, I move. That plan B is causing so much trouble. And the reason why we are having plan B is because of fear. I have come to say, to encourage us, fear not. Now, please, in the comment section, I want us to drop, what are your fear? Say it, and let's talk about it. Me, I'm not afraid of anything. As in, not a physical fear that you will see something and you are scared. No. As in fear. Am I afraid? Am I scared? Am I afraid that maybe my husband will cheat on me? My husband will leave me? Oh, those ones are fear. Fear not. Fear not. Trust God to the point that whatever happens, you believe that God is at work. So you that is watching me now, what are your fear? What are you afraid of? In your relationship, in your marriage. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let us stop all the fear. Now, let me use this the word fear. The intimacy between you and your spouse, as a result of fear of getting pregnant, you're not enjoying yourself. No, I don't want to get pregnant. No, I don't want to get pregnant. And the necessary things you're supposed to do in order for you not to get pregnant, you have refused to do it. Family planning, for instance. Some people don't like family planning. They don't want to get pregnant and they don't want to do family planning. And yet, something is suffering. The intimacy between you and your spouse is suffering because you are afraid of getting pregnant. You are afraid of, you don't know, and we have always said, go to a good hospital where they can check you and know the one that is good for you. But because of what somebody has said, I did this one, something happened to me, that person have dropped the spirit of fear in you. This person did it and it doesn't work. It happened like this. What if? So the if that fear has deposited in us is what I want us to deal with. They said if you marry in so place, they are like this, they are like this. MJ baby, welcome. They are like this, they are like this. Because of that fear is already in you. Already have that fear in you. Hey by Betty, welcome. So that fear that somebody have dropped in you, or you yourself, you have dropped in yourself, even before you enter your marriage, and you are dealing with it today. And as a result of that, you are not able to, you're not getting what you want. You're not seeing the results that you expected as a result of fear in your marriage. All those things you have heard before before you get married, it has become a rock in your heart that there is nothing anybody seems to be telling you that is even trying to convince you. Why? Because somebody has deposited the spirit of fear in you. And if anybody says anything, the first thing you will remember is what that person tells you. Fear not. The word of God says, fear not. And because God said it, who else, what else do you think supersedes the word of God? Fear not. For each day, fear not. So I ask us to drop what's our fear, what you're afraid of, what are the likely things. No one is dropping anything, but I know there are some people that they are afraid of something in their marriage. It's because of fear we have refused to trust each other. Or you have trusted somebody before and the person betrayed you. Now you are afraid of trusting another person. You have had intimacy, you've had sex for years in your marriage, and yet no, it seems nothing is coming out of it. Now you are afraid of even having sex. Fear destroys. Fear kills. Most of the accidents, most of the emergency things that happen, majorly, it's not even the impact that kill people, it's the fear that happened before. Say, hey, like shock, fear. So I have come to encourage us, including myself. Whatever it is that you have heard in the past, whatever it is that you have experienced in the past, and because of that, you're not putting your best into your marriage. You're not releasing yourself because of fear. Yesterday is gone. It's a new day. Dederi, hi, you're welcome. Fear kills. I am Mo. Welcome. I celebrate all of you as you're coming online. Thank you very much. What we're talking about is fear. MJ baby say she agrees with me. Thank you for agreeing. I love you, baby girl. Thank you. The spirit of fear destroys. Whatever it is that has been a rock. When I mean rock, this time around, rock is very strong, it's very big, it's very mighty, and is unmovable somehow. Is the fear. The fear in your life is the rock that is blocking so many things, that is blocking the relationship between you and your husband from being smooth. Somebody told you in the past that, if you have sex in the afternoon, so thing will happen. Because of that fear that person have been able to deposit in your mind, your husband say, how far? You say, this hot afternoon. No, that is fear. Fear cannot take you anywhere. If I want to move from here now, I step out of this place I am. And somebody has said, there is something outside though. If you go outside, something will happen. If I allow that fear to dominate my life, maybe there is nothing outside. You have to try first. Face it. Maybe there's nothing outside, but because of that fear that person have achieved. I don't want to go outside though. They say if I go outside, if I go outside, something is going to happen to me. If I trust my husband, if I trust my wife, he's going to betray me. Fear. Because of fear, you have refused to trust your spouse. Because of fear, you have refused to believe your spouse. Because of fear, you have refused to help your spouse. When I say help, maybe your spouse, it could be a man or a woman in need, and you have the resources, you have the money, you have whatever it takes to help this guy or this woman. You say, if I help man, all these men, who knows, they just carry your money now and go and do. It's fear. Forget about anything anybody have said. Trust and believe in your spouse, because if you don't even believe in somebody, it will be difficult for you to believe in yourself. If you don't have confidence in somebody else, you may not have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself as well, you may not have confidence in another person. Let the spirit of fear leave you. It destroy, and it's affecting so many people. They say some people are even afraid of getting married now. The truth. I've had so many people say, these days, the way married men, the way married women, the way marriages are going on, I'm even afraid of going into marriage. I've heard it. People have told me. I'm afraid of going into marriage. You don't need to be afraid, because what worked for A, what may not work for B. What happened to A is not going to happen. Depends on your strength. It depends on your belief. If someone say, if you do this kind of hair, headache will kill you. Are you that person? You're not that person. No. You should believe in yourself. I believe in myself. I believe in what I can do. Nobody can deposit fear in me. No, I refuse to be afraid. Because I am Dorcas. My husband is Solomon. So Dorcas and Solomon, yes, we are one spiritually, maritally, every other thing. But let's assume we are not one together. His life and my life. If like me now, if I take paracetamol, it will be as if I want to die. I will be sick. The whole thing will be, the drug is too heavy. It's too strong for me. And some people will take it and be as if, oh, okay, take for instance, alcohol. I cannot take 0.0001% alcohol. I can't take. If I take it, I will not survive it. And some people will take like 70% and they are good to go. It doesn't have any effect on them. So now somebody will now say, if you take 70%, it won't do anything to you. It will do something to you. And for the fact that I can't take, I already know myself. So this will take me to another talk saying, you should know yourself. You should know your strength. Try something first. For the fact that the person that said, if I take 70%, it won't do me anything. And you that know that 0.5% will make you to pass out. You don't want to say, after all, this person say 70% cannot do anything. Let me try 10%. You will kill yourself. So if you know yourself, then nobody should be able to put fear in you. You should believe in yourself, trust yourself, and know what you can do. And let nobody discourage you. Nobody should be able to make you not to do what you want. Or the good things you know that you can do. Like when I started talking about good sex and marriage, people say, no, this is an abomination, don't talk about it. And, you are who you are, I am who I am. And to the glory of God, I know what this thing has done. To the glory of God. So never allow fear to stop you from enjoying your life. When I mean enjoying your life, enjoying your marriage. Because if your marriage is sweet, life will be sweet. Take it or leave it. Some of the things we are going through in our marriages today is not because they are supposed to be happening to us. It's because of one thing that somebody said, I hear. What you have heard before has now turned to something that's supposed to you're supposed to use to your own good. Is now you are the one that hear the word. You're supposed to sieve it and know the one that is good for you. Trash the one that is not good. Now you now carry the whole load on your head. To enjoy life has become problem. No. You should know who you are. And you should know your worth. Now, let me give us like maybe 3-5 minutes. If there's any question, it can be any kind of question, general question. I will answer us. Please, let's talk. Fumbi, you're welcome. Dederi, thank you for staying with me. Precious Shade, love you, and every other person. So let not fear take the lead in your life. Let not fear take the lead in your relationship. You that are not married yet, believe in yourself. Kingolu, welcome. Believe in yourself. For the fact that it doesn't work for this person does not mean it's not going to work for you. It will work for you. If you tell yourself it will work, it will work. But if you now allow the fear of say, hey, this person marriage, work. Will my own work? Are you that person? You're not that person. So the fear of say, hey, marriages are breaking these days. Let my own not go and break. God forbid. Not go break. How do you overcome fear in every area of our life? Good one. Make up your mind. Trust God. Believe in the word of God that say, fear not. And know that The way I overcome my own, the way I take things is what will be, will be. When I mean what will be, will be. You know, you sleep. For instance, now, I'm feeling sleepy. And I'm afraid, say, let mosquito not come and bite me. Well, do you know that it will get to a point, you will not even remember mosquito. Because your body will not be able to take it again. You must sleep. You will not even know when you will sleep. So I just leave myself and say, God, I want to sleep. I will sleep. And if you don't have faith in God, fear will dominate your life. If you don't believe in yourself, fear will dominate your life. If you believe in then say too much, fear will dominate your life. So what I will encourage and advise you to do for fear, to overcome the spirit of fear, is for you to first of all believe in God and believe in yourself. There's this passage of the Bible that says, God said it. Believe it. Case settled. And you should remember that God cannot, not even cannot, God will never lie. Everything he has said about me will come to pass. I was on my own jejena when God brought me to this world and has come out. So whatever it is, I have that faith, I have that strong belief. And for the fact that he has allowed me to be married, my marriage go break. I told my husband, I say, oh boy, this thing, now death go separate us. And death is not now, because God has promised us long life. So I cannot, you must, because I not go give you space. I will not go. So to overcome the spirit of fear in every area, just believe that life itself is risk. And if you don't take risk, if you're afraid of taking risk, you will remain where you are. If I'm afraid of facing you now, say, I want to talk about fear. You can see I'm not holding any paper. I wanted to do this thing yesterday. It has come on my mind. Just talk about fear. I was in the office yesterday. I wanted to do it and the environment was not conducive. And I said, today, by all means, I'm going to talk about this fear. Because there may be something that you're just afraid of. Forget about it. Just trust God. Say, God, you said it, I believe it. You're with me. Say, I have to fear not. And when you know that, take it or leave it. It's for the fact that it happened to that person does not mean that it will happen to me. So the one word that you can use to overcome the fear is to hold on to the word of God that said, fear not. Fear not. My people say, okay, how do you deal with unfaithful partner after having conversation about it? Pray about it and leave him for God. See, how do you even know that this person is not faithful? It's out. See, sometimes I'm not in support of anybody that whether it's faithful or not. But if you say this thing is techno, and I say it's techno, it's you that is holding it. It could be having the back apple. Who knows? Maybe I just use the apple cover to cover it. But the content could be apple, could be techno. But it is me that knows it. It is me that is holding it. It's me that owns it. Then I should be able to know what I'm holding. If I tell you it's techno, then you should believe me it's techno. If you are suspecting something around your spouse and you just said after conversation, you have asked and said, if it's true, maybe you say it's like this and you don't believe it's like that. That is his problem or our problem. We are all adults. We should know what is good for us. And you shouldn't be the one to know me more than myself. Hello. If you are suspecting, you're guessing, maybe I have maybe as a woman now, I have a male friend that we're talking and we know, I know, as a counselor, I know that I talk to many people, and because I am talking to this particular guy, maybe he needs help, or we're talking about business, or we're talking about something, and my husband come and say, who is I say so person. if I'm telling him he's so, he should trust me enough to know that this is so person, because he is not the one talking to this person. If he's the one talking to the person, then you should know the person more than me. But I'm the one that is talking to this person. I am the one that knows what we are talking about. And I'm telling you, this is the person and this is what we are talking about. And you are saying no. Are you me? You're not me. And same thing goes, if my husband is talking to someone and we talk about it and he said this is this person, I should be able to trust him enough, believe him enough to know that this is him. He's the one wearing the shoe. He's the one talking to the person. He's the one, he knows who he is talking to and what they are discussing. Why would I want to give myself headache to try to help him to think? I know. The most important thing is have a conversation, discussion, communication. Communicate it to this person. What is happening with this thing? Please, let's talk about it. And after you talk about it, if it's like this, you should know it's like this. If it's not like that, you should know it's not like that. But it's not for you to be helping him to be thinking. No, it's totally wrong. You shouldn't be the one to say, when he say, what are you holding in your hand? You say, brush. You know that? It's not brush, oh. You are holding a bag. It's me that is holding this thing. It's me that is holding this thing. It's me that know what I'm holding. You say I'm talking to somebody, and I said, I spoke with the person, but this is what we are talking about. You say, no, that's not what I can know. Stress. You're stressing yourself. You're stressing yourself. So you have discussed with the person. Please believe in the person and hand the person over to God. If you say he's unfaithful, hand him over to faithful God. There's something I said to somebody in I said to the person while I was during counseling session. I said, if this apple is having problem now, please, will I take this thing to somebody that is doing bag? No. If this phone is having problem, I should take it back to the manufacturer, Apple, or whoever that know how to repair it. It's not for me to carry this phone to somebody that is making this bag. It cannot work. If your phone is having problem, which is your spouse, take him or her back to his maker, the manufacturer. He is the one that know how to sort it out, and he will sort it out. That is for MJ Baby's question. Fumbi said, how do we overcome the fear of following our dream and passion? Use me as example. Because you are afraid, say, Abi, you go fail. You go fail. Just start. The moment you start, you have overcome that spirit. But if you don't start, that fear will follow you. Your dream and passion will follow you to grave. You will not achieve anything. God forbid. But the moment you are able to start, let's take a little baby, for instance, example. If you have little baby in your hand and that baby want to walk, if this baby is afraid of taking one step, that baby will remain like that, no matter how old. But if you're afraid of falling, then you don't go work out. There was a time I had an accident, yes, and immediately we had that accident, we were inside pool of blood. They removed us from that car that carried us and put us in another car. Why don't we say, no, we have had accident with car, I'm not going to ever enter car again for life? No, we still entered the car, and the car took us to hospital. So the fear of, say, my passion, the fear of what people will say. Who are the people? Is it the people in your heart to know what God is telling you or what you want to do for yourself? No, forget about people. Deal with God directly. He's the one that is talking to you. You are the one that is hearing him. Nobody is hearing with you. Nobody know what you're going through. Nobody know what is coming into your mind. Like what I'm doing, and somebody tells you to stop it. Are you the one that helped me? Are you the one that say I should start it? Are you the one that is giving me content? No, it's God that is giving me content. So it's not for you to ask me to stop. You want to go into fashion designing and you are afraid whether you will know how to. You will know, the fear of, stop it. If you want to move, you want to walk, take a step. And that step is start. Don't start big. I was telling somebody 2 hours ago, I said, some people will say, this person just come from nowhere. Nobody ever come from anywhere, nowhere. Some people have been underground. You know me today. I started to the glory of God. This thing I'm doing started exactly on the 31st of October 2016. When did you know me? When did you know about Dr. Solomon? But I've been underground, doing the one I know how to do. Doing the little local one I know how to do. I'm not there yet too. I'll be there by the grace of God. Because people that have not heard me will hear me. By the grace of God. Because I know I am not doing anything wrong. What I'm doing is to the glory of God. To build home. And me, I will never carry somebody's own on my head and put my own in my hand. No. Follow your mind. Don't do because somebody is doing it. If you do because somebody is doing, you will fail. So the fear of how do I go follow my passion? I think I told somebody one day like that. I said, I have this passion for this kind of a thing you're doing. I say, start. He say, how? I say, Chebi, you have said it out now. Start talking about it every time. Anybody you see, say, how is your marriage? How are you doing? I hope your marriage is doing well. Start from there. And no, sometimes you go online, you say, hi, I'm just checking on you. Hey, I hope your marriage is doing well. Start from there. So the fear of whether you go fail, if you are afraid of not to fail, oh boy, you will remain where you are. If a baby, like, okay, I've said that, if a baby is afraid of walking, it will never walk. So follow your passion. How do you deal with, okay, I've answered that. Oh, okay. Do you believe in divorce? No, I don't. But if it's going to take your life, please save your life. I don't believe in divorce because I believe no matter who you are, me, Dorcas, I can mold you. Initially, as I'm talking to you now, let's assume I'm talking, you are talking, everybody is talking. Nobody will hear. You are listening, you are able to hear me now because it's only me that is talking and you can hear me well. But if you are talking, I'm talking. Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. You won't hear me, I won't hear you. So what I've resolved in, if my husband is talking, I keep quiet. I listen to him. Even when I know what I want to say. Because at that time he is talking, he's parrying, he's angry. If I'm making my point, he will not hear me. He will want to make sure he clears his mind. Even what I have to say is important. He will not hear. Until when he has calmed down. Then, boy, uncle, sir, why not like this one? If he's still angry at that time, I'll say, okay, I'll come back. But the reason why most things, you believe you are right. He believe he's right. She believe she's right. Everybody believe they are right. I don't believe in divorce, but if you want to, if the divorce is going to take your life, please stay alive for yourself and stay alive for better things. Dear sisters, dear brothers, dear viewers, dear lovers, for now, I got to go. My time is up. I have home sale. If you want us to continue on this topic, please just drop it on the comment section. I'm going to share it on the IG. Tell us and we'll talk about it more because I still have more loaded. This fear of a thing is wide. Fear of investment, fear of trusting people, fear of so many things. The fear of I'm afraid of my spouse. I don't trust my spouse. All these things is caused by fear. So, till I come your way again, God bless you. I remain your one and only Dr. Solomon, aka Mama Boudoir, Bedroom Zone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Boudoir Plus TV. Share my Facebook page, Bedroom Zone. On this Instagram, don't forget to tag your family and friends. Marriage is sweet. Enjoy your own. And God bless your home. Thank you. Have a beautiful weekend.